What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Degenerate podcast. Today we got an NBA betting preview for Thursday, October 24th. So we only have 4 games on tonight's slate. So this episode is going to be short and sweet. But like always, I have some game bets. I got some player lines that I like. Let's hop into it. So I have 3 game parlays for you guys. I will say 2 of these parlays involve tonight's Thursday night football game between the Vikings and Rams. And I have a separate betting video for that game. I have a separate betting preview for the Thursday night football game. If you are interested in NFL betting, go check it out. But let's start with these parlays that involve the football game. First, we got a 3-team money line parlay at plus 272 odds. So if you put down 100, you're getting over $200 in profit. We got the Celtics to beat the Wizards, the Thunder to beat the Nuggets, and the Vikings to beat the Rams. So Celtics to beat the Wizards are pretty easy. The Celtics are probably the best team in the NBA, and they are over 10-point favorites in this game. It should be an easy win. The Thunder are actually slight underdogs against the Nuggets, but last year, the Thunder played the Nuggets 4 times, and they won 3 of those 4 games. And honestly, this Nuggets team got worse while the Thunder got better. As the years go by, the Nuggets continue to lose players from their championship roster, while the Thunder have the same young core. They're still together, and they are continuing to improve. So I think the Thunder go in there and win that game. And then lastly, Vikings to beat the Rams. I honestly think the Vikings should be more than 3-point favorites in this game. The Vikings are 5-1 and have looked great, while the Rams only have 2 wins and have not looked that good. The one thing the Rams have going in their favor is that Cooper Kupp is going to play. So that usually helps the Rams offense. But I don't think that really changes the outcome of the game because, one, the Vikings can score and put up points, and the Rams defense is terrible. So I think the Vikings score at ease. And 2, the Rams O-line is terrible. They give Stafford no time at all, and this Vikings pass rush is terrible. So I think the Vikings win pretty easily. So that is the 3-team moneyline parlay plus 272 odds. The only other bet that involves the football game is a 2-team teaser at minus 130 odds. So to win 100, you got to put down 130. We got the Celtics minus 7.5 against the Wizards and the Vikings plus 4 against the Rams. So all we need is the Celtics to win by 8 or more. The Celtics beat the Knicks by over 20 points in their first game, and the Wizards are way worse than the Knicks. So I like the Celtics to win by at least 8. And then we have the Vikings as underdogs here. And the Vikings can lose by a field goal. That's a great bet. So that is a 2-team teaser. We have one other NBA game bet. This is just straight NBA. It's a 2-team teaser at plus 100. So if you put down 100, you make $100 profit. We got the Spurs plus 12.5 against the Mavs and the Thunder plus 6 against the Nuggets. So the Spurs can lose by up to 12 here. The Spurs played the Mavs 4 times last year, and in 2 of those, they lost within this 12-point margin. The other 2, the Spurs got blown out. But I think this Spurs team comes to play tonight. They have a year of experience under their belt, and they added Chris Paul, who is a good veteran player, probably helps them stay in the game. And I think the Mavs might come out a little slow. The main reason why I say that is because Luka did not play any preseason games, so I think they kind of come out slow. I like the Spurs to keep this game close. And then the Thunder plus 6, I already explained why I like the Thunder to win the game. Here, they can lose by up to 5 points. So those are the 3 game parlays that I like. Let's hop into the player lines. I use the Underdog Fantasy app for all of my player props and player parlays. If you are a first-time user, go ahead and download the app and use my code CE2244, letter C, letter E, 2244, for a deposit match up to $1,000. So whatever money you put in, Underdog gives you back in free bets. Let's get into the player props. So what I'll do for tonight's slate, because there aren't a ton of lines that I like player prop wise, there aren't that many games. What I'll do is I'll give you one player from each team. You can either do a same game parlay or combine all these together, whatever you want to do. Let's start with Celtics Wizards. For the Celtics, I like Peyton Pritchard over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I expect the Celtics to win this pretty easily, which probably means the starters won't play their full minutes. So I expect Pritchard to get a decent amount of playing time here. In the first game against the Knicks, he had 3 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists, which equals 11 PRA, but he didn't even shoot the ball well. So if he has a good scoring night tonight against the Wizards, I think he can easily go over 15.5 PRA. For the Wizards, I got Jonas Valanciunas over 7.5 rebounds. He averaged over 8 per game last year, and the Celtics don't really have any big man to stop him. They have Al Horford, Xavier Tillman, and Luke Kornet, so I like Valanciunas to get some boards here. Let's move on to Spurs versus Mavs. We're going to take Wemby over 5.5 blocks and steals. Last season, in his first season, he averaged over 3.5 blocks and over 1 steals. And we know how good Wemby is. He's a great rim protector, especially in the first game, high energy. I like him to show up tonight. For the Mavs, we're going to tail Kyrie over 23.5 points. So Kyrie averaged over 25 points last season. And like I said, Luka did not play any preseason games, and Kyrie did play in the preseason. So I think tonight, Kyrie takes a little bit more of the offensive load, while Luka kind of gets back into things. Thunder versus Nuggets, we're going to take Russell Westbrook over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So last season, with the Clippers, he averaged 11 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds, which is 20 PRA average. So this is easy. Like, he averaged 20 with the Clippers last year. And with the Nuggets this year, I think he has a bigger role because the Nuggets have no depth. So I love this line. Next, we're going to go Chet Holmgren for the Thunder over 16.5 points. So in 4 games against the Nuggets last year, Chet averaged over 19 points. I like him to continue that here. Last game, Kings versus Timberwolves. We got Domantas Sabonis over 17.5 points. So he played 3 games against the Timberwolves last year, and he averaged 17.7 points per game. So it's kind of spot on to what his line is at. But we saw what Anthony Davis did against Gobert in the first game of the season. He had over 30 points. I like Sabonis for a big game tonight. And then we're going to tail Rudy Gobert over 12.5 rebounds. He averaged over 14 rebounds in 3 games against the Kings last year. And with no Karl-Anthony Towns on this team, I think Gobert has to put in more work on the boards. So that's 1 player from each team. Like I said, do what you want. And like I said, I have an NFL betting preview for the Thursday night football game. Go check that out. Let's keep making some money, guys. Let's keep making some money. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love all of you.